Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your mid-November tarot card reading. So let's dive right in. I've already meditated on your sign, and I drew some cards, and we're going to start with the two animal cards. So this is just an overarching thematic energy to keep in mind as we move through the rest of the spread, and also as we move through the next 2 weeks. So I'll first read them from the book, and then I'll give you my intuitive 2 cents. We have the fox crossed by the panther, and the panther feels like it's normally when it's crossing, it's this way, but I feel like it wants to be behind. So we're looking at something. There's this looking forward from something from your past, your history. I just heard. So let's start. There's a letting go. It's definitely in the air right now. Okay. The panther. Annihilation of the unnecessary. Purging. The panther won't stand to see our growth or energy stagnant. Instead, it pounces into our lives and causes all kinds of havoc, with the ultimate intention of bringing us toward a more fulfilling life. It's unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating. But after all the dust clears, it's easy to see the panther's wisdom at work. We've all been through these experiences, and they've made us better people. Trust that the panther's journey always leads to a brighter place. When in balance, brave, productive. When out of balance, self-destructive. And to bring into balance, get rid of the unnecessary. So we have the fox. So we have fire and earth. The fox. Smart, strong partner or mate, wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. When in balance, magical, ingenious teacher, monogamous. When out of balance, sneaky, unsure of their identity. To bring into balance, partnership, connection. Beautiful. So there is this, I'm feeling this closeout energy, this completion energy, but it's like looking at something from the past, and I'm noticing this yellow. It looks golden to me, this gold. So there's this stepping into this, I just heard state of gratitude. And it's in relation to this past. So it's, there's also this immense strength and clarity. There's this, I just heard it's a new understanding about where you come from. So there's this acceptance and this releasing of this releasing and acceptance. So it's this, I just heard allowance. So it almost feels like it's this, there's this real owning of yourself. It's almost like you're on the other side of something, that you come to the other side of something, and it's just you're so you're sort of basking in the light of that. You're basking in the light of this. It feels like a relief. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so relieved to be through this. But I also wouldn't give it up. Like this is I just heard I'm proud of where I came from. So there's part of this journey and the process of this journey that feels like it was really challenging, and it's almost like I'm being shown muscles, but it's like built your muscles, it's built your strength. And because of that, there's a lightness that you're now able to experience. So there's this deep, deep, deep gratitude emanating from this card. Okay, let's keep these in mind. Sometimes the panther can also speak to things that are hidden, or it's that tower energy of dealing with shakeup, and I just heard uncertainty, and so I feel like uncertainty is the predominant energy. It's a state of uncertainty, this state of not knowing, this state of feeling unclear and that lack of clarity and depleted. And for some of you, I just heard abused. So there's this kind of like this being tossed around and almost like a pebble in a current, just sort of, you know, tumbling around, being tossed around. So there's this sense of instability, and then now it's now sort of entering this state of, oh, I'm so grateful to have, you know, to be who I am and where I am, and to be in this moment now. It's so beautiful. And there is something full circle, that there's a full circle energy, and this is a time for that. Right now we're in this time of full circles. We're also coming into Mercury retrograde here, so so things from the past do tend to come up. That's quite common with Mercury retrograde. And back up all of your material, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's keep this in mind, and let me show you what I'm looking at here. Okay, so this is the focal point of your reading. We have the Seven of Cups, beautiful, crossed by the Three of Wands. Ooh, so there's this decision making, a choice. It's almost like you're looking at different options, and then there's some sort of decision. Recent past, we have the Ten of Wands, which is so similar to this energy here. Rooting the spread, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So I just heard this all started with a big dream. So there's a big dream that you had that sent you on this journey. Heading into the near future here. Beautiful, very interesting. The Ten of Cups reversed and the Hanged Man. Okay. And I just heard delayed fulfillment and delayed, and I'm trying to hear what this other, delayed satisfaction. Okay, that's interesting. We'll look more at that. Beautiful, crowning the spread. So it's this sense of intuition, this intuitive sense that you're really harnessing, and that I feel you have harnessed. It's partially what has helped you arrive at this place here. Okay. This cultivating of your intuition. So, and this is your general energy. Interesting. We have the Two of Swords next to the Three of Swords. 2, 3. Hopes and fears and environment. The hopes and fears, they could sort of swap in and out when I was drawing them. So we have the Three of Cups. So this is environment, hopes and fears, and environment, hopes and fears. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. And heading into the end of November into December, we have the Father of Cups. So a strong water sign energy. And then I pulled one card from Colette Baron Reed's A Good Tarot. So this is the Five of Fire, which is typically the Five of Wands. Alrighty. And I'll read that at the end. So, okay, so the Seven of Cups is the focal point of your reading. So we're looking at options, we're looking at opportunities, we're looking at possibility and potential, we're looking at perspective. These are the things that the Seven of Cups represent. And so for you, it's wrapping your perspective, wrapping your mind around something, around a possibility or an opportunity. There is this, I just heard getting acquainted. So it feels almost like there is this, and I just heard cups are moving, cups are moving. So there's almost like, there's just this getting acquainted with different options and possibilities. And also I feel what this is saying is that your perspective around this exploration is of utmost importance. So we have the moon here, and things could be dark. or you have the sun. And it's really how you look at it. So how you frame these opportunities for yourself and exploring, more importantly, how you frame exploring these opportunities will define your experience. So frame it well. Frame it well. It's up to you. And it looks like you do, and you are, because this is crossed by the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is this harnessing of a vision. It is this articulation of a vision. And you can see all the colors. So there's this almost this, this is a bit more broad, and then there's this narrowing of it. There's this specificity. There's this getting focused on one option or another, and really zeroing in on one specific potential and following that. So that's exciting. There's something that is going to, through this exploration of these different options, there's something that's going to really draw you forward, to really draw you in. And so there's something quite meaningful that is coming to the forefront here, that will make itself stand out from the crowd, that will make itself known over these couple of weeks. So anchoring the spread, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this big dream, this big I just heard idea and ideals. So it's just something that you want to manifest, you want to make tangible and real, you want to create and build, I just heard. That is, and it feels like this is a big dream, and it's been a dream for a while. It feels like a dream before you even went on this journey, like I said, that is still, in some way or form, it's coming back in for you. It's coming back in a big way, I just heard. So then the Ten of Cups, I meant the Ten of Wands, and we have Ten of Cups over here in the near future. But with the Ten of Wands, this is a lot of work. This is a heavy load. So you were really moving through something that was really heavy, that was intense, that took a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of perseverance, above all perseverance. And you were going forward even when you couldn't see what was ahead of you. So there's this lack of clarity, this lack of vision, and now you're coming into this great sense of vision. So we have these, you're now opening up to the possibilities, to the potential. You're exploring and playing with these different things, and then there is this coming back into, discovering this vision, rediscovering this vision. And it feels like I'm noticing circle and triangle, so it's almost like this vision in a new form, But it does feel like you really, you hop on this bandwagon and of one of these opportunities, and you really go for it. It really is something you're deeply connected to. You're all about it, I just heard. So the Ten of Cups reversed and the Hanged Man. So there is this waiting process that's coming up here in the near future. This state of, it feels very fulfilling, but also a bit nebulous, a bit of an in-between. And the High Priestess crowning the spread. So there is this intuition that's coming in, and sort of guiding yourself forward from this intuitive sense. And there's really this, I feel like this is coming up in your future as well, this really coming into your own, this sense of showing up on the outside as you are on the inside. And I feel like there's a lot of inner work that has been done, a lot of, inner work, a lot of inner growth, very personal growth. And now you're now creating ways for that to show up in your external reality as well. So first and foremost, for you to be, how you're behaving aligns with how you feel on the inside. So it's a self-trust. And there's this sense of self-actualization, I just heard. But still we have the Ten of Cups and the Hanged Man. So I feel like there's this waiting game around something. There's this waiting around one area that feels exciting and interesting and intriguing, I just heard. But there's also this sort of waiting and watching to see how it unfolds. So in your general energy, presently, the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords. So I'm looking at a lot of mind activity here, and also I feel what you could be coming out of it, for some of you, is this sense, it's something that was quite depleting for your energy, that was, I just heard deflating and depleting and draining. So it's almost as if the image I'm getting is like one of sharpening your tools. So whatever tools you have cultivated to cut your way through this mess, it's almost like you're diving back in and you are sharpening those tools. You're sharpening up those tools. And with the Three of Swords, we're looking at things that are around our heart and these entanglements and things that often tend to be very confusing. And there is some confusion with this energy in your general energy. So there is perhaps for some of you a state of confusion, but again, we're looking at perspective here. That could just be that you have so many options and opportunities that are, far enough away to where they're not like crystal clear, but they're still there. So there's just sort of this, there's this shaping your perspective in a new way that enables you to enjoy whatever process this is as much as you can. And also, so you can see clearly what is in front of you. So you can see clearly what is coming your way. There's this clearing of the mind space so you can, any obscured vision is cleared, and you can see these opportunities become more and more and more clear. And it looks like that's all happening, and one does become much more clear, that you opt to move forward with. So in environment, and also relevant for hopes and fears, we have Three of Cups. So it feels quite social, and there's a lot of conversations happening, and there's a lot of here and there, and it just sort of feels like hopping around and a lot of social activities and meeting new people, and it is a holiday season, so environmentally this makes sense. Just meetings and gatherings and get-togethers. So it feels like there's that this social environment for you is a very supportive one, and it's just part of your reality right now. So it's just having more people around you, perhaps more than usual, and engaging more than usual. So in hopes and fears and also environment, we have the Eight of, but predominantly hopes and fears, I'd say. The Eight of Wands reversed. So again, we sort of see a little bit of that waiting right before something goes. It's like that right before something really takes off. It's that, it's that moment right before the whistle blows, or, the bell for a race or something. It's that moment right before. And it's almost that there's a fear of a false start, I just heard. So, or a fear of a hold up, that something's going to hold things up, or not pan out. So there is sort of this anticipatory tension around how something pans out, or that perhaps it might not. But with the Father of Cups, it's showing this emotional, this is sort of moving us into December, at the end of November. It's this emotional energy, and the Father of Cups is a master at working with his emotional energy. So you're really asked to do that at the end of November, to work with your emotional states, to explore those as well. And I just heard it's all valid, it's all viable. So whatever that means to you. The Father of Cups, it can often represent a Scorpio or a water sign. So there could be looking to someone in your environment as well who is very intuitive and very supportive and very nurturing, um, that you look up to. So there is this, I feel, a supportive nature of the Father of Cups. The Father of Cups is really, you're feeling that support at the end of the month in a really, really, really beautiful way as you continue to move forward and cultivate this creativity and get to know yourself more deeply and fully. And as this vision, this dream that you've had comes closer and closer and more into view. So I hope that this was helpful. Do check out these are just general readings, very general. So check out your rising or your moon sign, because that will give you a more clear, holistic reading for yourself according to your own personal natal chart. And yes, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it so much. It means so much to me. And I am sending you so much love. I'm so grateful for you. And I just love you with all my heart. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful one. Bye. See you in a couple weeks.